Okay, let's take a minute and talk a little bit about emotional eating. So, I get clients all the time that are talking to me about when they eat off plan, like, oh, I feel so bad because I ate off plan. And I know I've probably talked about this in other videos, but I'm okay with you choosing to eat off plan. First of all, I'm not your food priest, right? You don't have to confess all your food sins to me as your coach. I'm not perfect. I've been there. That's part of the journey, is learning when to make those decisions. However, as your coach, I am not okay with you choosing to eat emotionally. So what does that mean? What does that look like? So if you're somewhere and you have something that is a craving or something that you want, and it's not attached to an emotion, and it's not going to derail you, what do I mean by that? So first of all, if you're driving and you're running errands, or you're whatever, picking your kids up from soccer or something, and you're like, oh, it has been such a long day. I really don't want to have to stop and get a salad. I really want a burger and fries. If that choice is connected to the words, it's been such a long day, chances are you're emotionally eating. You're eating because you're stressed, or you're eating because you're tired, and that is emotionally eating. And I'm not okay with that, because guess what? That's how you got here. That's why we're having this conversation right now. So if you're making the choice and you're saying, okay, I am okay having this burger and fries. My husband and I are going on a date, and we want to go to our favorite burger place. And we have been so good on plan. And we know that when we make this choice to have burgers and fries, it's not going to lead to milkshakes and midnight brownie runs or whatever it is that your bad choices were beforehand. It's only going to be this choice to have burgers and fries. Then that's okay. But if you feel like that you make that choice and then you know it's going to throw you off plan, or you've done that in the past and it's thrown you off plan for 2 or 3 days and it's taken you that long to get back into it, you're not quite ready yet to make that choice. So give yourself some time, do some more learning, practice some more self-control, and then there will come a time when you'll be able to do that. You'll be able to make that choice. So avoid emotional eating because you're stressed. So what do you do? What the heck do you do instead of emotional eating, right? Like, well, I really want a cupcake and I'm really stressed. So tell me what to do, Crystal. So that's my job, right? As your coach. So instead of emotional eating, you need to replace that habit. The brain is wired to do things without you even thinking about it. Because if we had to literally think about every conscious choice we made, our brain would explode, right? So our brain creates habits, things that we just do without even thinking about it. You drive to work every day, you get to work, you don't even realize how you got there, right? Because that's a habit. Your brain doesn't have to sit there and consciously think about which choices to make anymore. It already knows. And so you've created habits within your brain, and those habits are emotional eating. That's a habit. So when you're stressed, your brain goes, "Oh man, we need dot dot dot, whatever kind of food or wine or whatever it is. We need this." And you have to literally stop what you are doing and call it what it is. No, that is emotional eating, and I am not going to do that, because that will tell your brain, oh wait, this is not a good thing. This is not a road we want to go down. Okay, so it's going to automatically, every time you start having that thought that you want to emotionally eat, it's going to start triggering that, wait, no, we don't do that anymore. Okay, so say it either out loud or in your mind, like, no, I'm not an emotional eater anymore. But then you have to replace that habit, that bad habit, with a good one. That emotional eating with another way to relieve stress. So what does that look like for you? What are some things that relieve stress for you? Do you like to read? Do you like to take a hot bath? Do you like to go for a run? Do you like to go for a walk and just breathe and take a breath away from everything? Do you like to just sit and take deep breaths? Practice some deep breathing techniques. That's a great way to relieve stress. And you can stand there in your kitchen and it takes 1 minute of you just breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth and doing that for a minute straight. And that will relieve so much stress and help your stress level in your body to go down. Replace that old habit with a new habit. So let me give you an example. I'm going to use my husband because he won't hate me. He is a snacker. Okay, after dinner, he just snacks because he's stressed. He's had a long day at work, and he tells me all the time, like, I'm totally an emotional eater. I've realized that through this program. And so he would come home and he would have a really stressful day at work, and he would eat dinner, and it wasn't that he was hungry. He just wanted to snack. He just wanted to eat. And so we replace that habit. So I make dinner and then I instantly boil hot water for tea. And we have the most delicious tea. You can text me and ask me the name of it if you want. It's so good. And you don't even need sweetener in it if you don't want sweetener in it. And I have stevia in it, but he doesn't. But anyway, I automatically get that water going. And then as soon as we pass dinner out and we start eating, I pour the water and start steeping the tea. And that way, as soon as he's done, he walks over and picks up his tea and just starts drinking and breathing and relaxing. And that has helped him overcome that need to snack after dinner. So you need to replace that with something else. I don't care what it is as long as it's good for you. It can be painting your dang toenails, something that's relaxing for you. And if you're not sure, sit down and make a list of things to try and try some things out, because you've got to replace your old habits with good habits. And emotional eating is a bad habit. So figure out a way to de-stress yourself and replace that habit. And if you do that over and over again, your brain is automatically going to go, oh man, we had a really stressful day. We need to sit down and snuggle in our blanket and watch our favorite show. Or we need to go for a nice, long, relaxing walk by myself and just breathe. Whatever that is, you need to create that new habit. So hopefully this helps. No more emotional eating. Get over that. And guess what? It's a constant battle. Even when you replace that with good things, it's still going to be something that every now and then you struggle with. I still, in my brain, when I have a really stressful day, get to the end of the night and go, I really could use a bowl of ice cream. And then I'm like, automatically in my head, I go, no, I don't need ice cream to de-stress. And so you still will have times when you do that. But guess what? The more you practice that self-restraint and replace those habits, the easier and easier it gets. The other thing I want to say in closing is don't beat yourself up. Don't. You need to give yourself grace and realize that you are in the process of changing your life. And there may be times when you slip up, and there may be times that you've fallen down, but guess what? Practice makes perfect, right? So get up and dust yourself off and start over, and now you have some good tools that will help you be successful.